Hey everyone, it's Aquila and this is the Lefty Podcast, episode 86. Today is Tuesday, starting a little late this week, but that's okay. It is October the 13th. Let's just start with all the thank yous to all my viewers and my subscribers and commenters. Thank you for being here, and thank you for word of mouth and putting my podcast out there for people. I appreciate it. So, welcome to any new viewers and welcome back to any older viewers. I put out a video every week on Saturday. Not every week, I shouldn't say that. There are some weeks it just doesn't happen, like when we went on vacation. I've been very diligent though, and I like this type of format. So I video clips throughout the week and then I post them on Saturday, all bunched together. Let's start with a tale of woe. If you have not been here before on my channel, we are trying to prep our house for putting it up for sale. Sorry if you hear my husband in the background. He works from home sometimes. I work from home right now because of all the COVID stuff. So there's always some sort of background noise. So, yes, live in Baltimore with my husband, with a daughter, cats. Okay, tale of woe. I talked about in my last episode that we were getting our floor fixed where the heat register was. So if you go back to that episode, you can see where I'm talking about it. I show a picture of it. And yeah, the guy never came. Needless to say, I was angry because we need to shift our rooms around in our house to have it ready for posting pictures to put it up for sale. And until that floor spot is fixed, I didn't think we could really shift stuff around. But we're just going to shift it around anyway, and we'll just have to move a couch to get the floor fixed. Also, I'm not so much of a person that does a lot of home remodeling, I guess. You know, I've never had to. When I bought my house 10 years ago, it was a flip. It was beautiful. I didn't have to do anything. I left most of the walls tan because I could. Okay, so here's a tip. There's a fly in here. Goodness. When you go and buy paint, I did not know this, okay? So we need to paint all of our rooms fresh paint, right? So we were just gonna buy tan for all the rooms because when I bought this house, they were all tan. So my husband goes, buys a big 5-gallon thing of paint. Well, he's like, well, I bought eggshell. I was like, okay. Well, I didn't really want eggshell. Eggshell to me is too white. And so, sorry, the sun's kind of coming in right in my face. Eggshell is not really a paint color. So most paint, when you buy it, you are buying the base. So I looked it up because there's different finishes and bases and whatever. So you can buy latex, oil base, etc. Then you buy the different finishes. So you buy gloss, semi-gloss, eggshell, what was the high gloss, satin, okay? So those are your bases. Now, within that group of that, so say you want a satin base, right? So you want it high, or say you want a high gloss base, right? You buy high gloss paint, and then on the paint can, it says base 1, 2, 3. So that means it's either like white or whatever, depending on the pigment that you add to your paint. So if you want white paint, you need to buy a white paint base, whatever finish you want, and then they add white pigment. Yeah. So no matter what you buy before, like off the shelf, almost anything off the shelf like that, you have to add pigment. That's why when you look at the wall of all the color cards, there's white and there's like eggshell colors and really light antique white, etc. Because you have to mix pigment in with every bucket. We had tried painting this dang room 4 or 5 coats on some of the walls, and it still looked like crap. It looked terrible. So, yeah, he bought eggshell thinking it was eggshell, and it was really kind of the base you buy, because if you want a dark color, you buy a base that's a clear base that has no pigment already in it, because you want it to be dark. You buy a white base or an eggshell base, or not really, you buy a white base with an eggshell finish, and you add your lighter pigments to the white, because that keeps the colors light. Okay, I've now talked 5 minutes about paint. I was just very upset about it, and I did not know this when we went and bought paint. And well, I figured it out when I went, but John had not known. So we have a big 5-gallon bucket of eggshell with no pigment in it. It's just very translucent. So I haven't gotten much knitting done. I have my Cardi to show you, my simple Hug Cardi. I had to order needles. I did not have a small circumference US 10.5, which is what I needed for the sleeves. So I had to buy that, and I've picked up on this side, and I need to work on that. I wanted to work on it last night, but I did trim with the new tan color that I bought for 3 hours. Cat, stop rubbing your face. So this is what I have done. I have done other knitting. One is John's sweater, so if you've not been here, I'll show that later in another clip. But I've put quite some inches on that, and that's just plain stockinette in gray, so I'll show that though in a next clip of this episode. So yeah, I guess I could show the whole thing in case you didn't see, in case you're new. Here's a shoulder, and here's a shoulder, and here's the cardigan. And then, like I said, I'm picking up and working the sleeve there, and then I need to pick up and work this sleeve. And this is a Caron cotton cake yarn. And I like it. It looks like, I've said this before, it looks like Neapolitan ice cream. Yay. Okay. Sorry for all that blabber about paint. I just think the world needs to know you need to add pigment to all the paint, pretty much, that you buy.
Are you shaming your husband?
No, I'm just talking about how we had no clue you need to, if you buy something off the shelf, you still need to add pigment to it, whether it's white, tan, whatever. You can't go off of the shelf.
I feel like you're shaming your husband.
Oh my God, I'm not shaming him.
On the interwebs.
I'm not shaming him. Bye.
Don't shame me. I didn't know.
I didn't know either.
I thought it was eggshell.
Which is practically white. We fought about this a lot before I went back to Home Depot and figured this out. It was quite ugly. We're normal people too. We fight. It happens. Okay, I'm done. All right. It is Wednesday, October 14th. It is cold. We don't have our heat on yet. I don't want to do that yet. So I've just been like I've been keeping this on my office chair. And yeah. I wanted to log in. Wanted to check in. This is officially off the needles. I'm not going to put it on and show you until I weave in all my ends. I'm not blocking this. I don't think it needs to be blocked. The fabric is great and it fits really well. So I'll be showing you guys this as soon as I get some ends woven in. It's a crazy week. I have no clue what I'm going to actually get done this week. Somebody is coming to see our house Friday, and I'm like freaking out. It is not ready to be shown. So like, I don't know. I just don't want people to judge me because we have stuff everywhere. Because we're trying to like shift the rooms around and My husband, though, Johnny Beau, is a very big enabler of my craft. And so last night he got this package and he's like, oh, this is for you. And I was like, oh, I should have got something easier to show this on. Pause. Okay, so it's from the Sexy Knitter. She didn't provide a card, but she is on Etsy. I will put the link down below for her site. She does the cutest little notions boxes, so you can get like a tin with a bunch of different notions, whether you're a knitter or a crocheter. You can buy them a la carte. She sells scissors. She sells knitting jewelry, like bracelets with stitch markers and stuff on it. I didn't look at everything, but you should go check that out and you know, maybe buy some stuff. She had some little scissors, the little ones, the little spring in them, and I was like, oh, I wish John would have got me one of those. I always need extra scissors. I don't have enough for each of my bags. I like to keep enough notions in all of my bags, and so they were only like, I think $6.95, which I don't think was terrible. So it came with this cute little sticker. I'll show you that. And then it also came with this stitch marker, which I don't think, this was just an extra little thing. It's a little skull. I don't know how well that's gonna focus. But it's very Halloween-y, Halloweenish, I guess. And so the thing John purchased for me was a set of stitch markers, and they're like all these little robots. And even on this, they're all clumping together, but you'll get an idea. Let me focus again. There we go. And so they're super cute. Some of them have hearts and some of them have heart eyes. I think this one has like heart eyes. So really cute, hard to keep them stable. They're very lightweight. Just throw them on a stitch holder. So yeah, thank you, babe. I love him so much. He's a pretty wonderful husband. He keeps saying, I'm not gonna have a sweater before the winter. And I'm like, dude, you know I'm working on it. So I've actively been putting some rows on it. So let me show you where I'm at. I have lots of other stitch markers on here, but the last one is the one we're gonna be focusing on. I only have this much yarn left of this ball. This is the Once in Floral sweater by Maxim Cyr. I will link it down below. I am using, I want to say Jameson and Smith, but I don't know if that's right, and I'm thinking that's a whiskey, and that's not right either. No, it is Jameson and Smith. Can you tell we drink whiskey? Okay, sorry. It is Jameson and Smith 2-ply. Come on, focus. Nope. There we go. Now I gotta unfocus it. It is the 2-ply jumper weight. It is 100% real Shetland wool. It's a 25-gram ball, and you get 125 yards. I have like 10 of these, 12 of these. I'm not quite sure. So the Once in Floral sweater is a colorwork sweater at the yoke, and I'll show it to you right now because I am in the body part. Let me find the side that has... I need to still put the collar on because that's done last. The sleeves also still need to get put on. But, so the last stitch marker on here is right there. Sorry, it's very hard to see. So right there is the last time I actually showed it on the podcast. I figure if I'm showing it every time, I'm only putting a couple rows. But it is, sorry, if I stand up now, that's the top of my pants. That's lower than my pants. So I need to put this on a larger cord and get John to try it on, because even though it's not measuring where it's so many inches from the armhole to here, I think trying it on is always just better anyway. So I really love this and I'm excited about it. And yeah, so maybe I'll actually have him try this on today amidst our chaos life. And I might be ready for ribbing. That would be really super exciting. And then I can start sleeves. So that's it. That's the Once in Floral. And that's all I have to show you right now. So I have to get so much other stuff done today. It's crazy. All right, yeah, until then, talk to you then. Bye. Time to round up this video. Oh, the sun's gonna be really bad. Let's turn us this way. It is Saturday, and I'm gonna show everything I have to show, including my Cardi. I finished weaving in the ends. I'm gonna stand up and show you. So this is the Simple Hug Cardi by the Cozy Up Knits Girls podcast. I'll link it all below. And I love it! So I know I had worn these pants the other day when I was doing something. They're like pink corduroy. I think it looks really great with the pink corduroy. And my cat. Let's try this again, shall we? I did not block this, and I like how it fits. And there's some detail. I mean, it's all stockinette, so I mean, I don't know how much detail you're really getting from that, but I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And it's done. Bud. Cat. Always, he likes to rub his face on everything. I guess that's a cat thing. Put their scent on everything. It's like my phone. Why do you need to put your scent on my phone? Ugh. And now he's mad. So I told you guys that we had a showing for our house that was not on the market. It was just somebody that knew we were selling and wanted to see it. So I did finish moving what was our dining room and making it the living room. That's the only room that's now like completely done. I'll post a picture of it here. Yeah. It's very weird because we're not used to sitting in that room as our living room, but it is what it is. The ones in Floral sweater, I had John try it on. Insert another picture here. It was ready for the ribbing. I have now changed my needle size again, and I am working on ribbing. You can't even tell that I have any ribbing, but that's ribbing. It's like 2 rows of ribbing. So there's the update on that. And then, let's see. I'm so happy with this. I love it. I put it on with a long sleeve shirt under it the other day, and I like the look of that too. So, yeah. Oh, I cast on something new. So, let's talk about that. I've been watching the WooliesPodcast, and if you haven't watched it, I'll link it down below. You should check them out. Hayley and Bryn. Bryn does a lot of weaving, and her weavings are really, really beautiful. And Hayley designs patterns. She has a few on Ravelry, and I think she sells them on Etsy. I got it on Ravelry. She showed her latest pattern, and I fell in love. I knew I was going to be making this, and I added it to my queue, and then I bought it, and then I cast it on. It was like it was a no-brainer. And I decided I'm going to cast this on as part of the Stocking Stuffers mail. Hashtag, I'll put it here. I don't like to put anything here words-wise because if people use closed captioning, and then it blocks everything. So I try to put stuff there. So I'll put the hashtag. Hashtag will also be down below. The 2 podcasters that are hosting this cowl is Amie from Happy Little Yarn and Lisa from Knit All the Yarn. So you should check them out. You should join the cowl. Mal, it's a make-along, so it's not just knitting. And it has to be something you can put in a stocking. So nothing big. So like little wrist warmer glove, fingerless gloves, hats. You know, I guess you could do socks, you know, cowl. This is a cowl. What I'm doing is a cowl. I haven't gotten it open yet. Sorry. I have my tablet here. Let's open the pattern and I will show you the picture. I don't want to show you the actual. Okay. It is called the Azazel Cowl. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. Her Instagram is called Lock Knits if you look her up. So I'll post all that below. But this is the cowl. And it's color work. And it uses worsted weight. So you're using pretty big needles. And I am making this for my oldest. I think she'll really like it with the eye and the The colors are really pretty too, so I kind of stole the same idea. I didn't have these exact colors, but it's themed similarly. So I will show you. I started, it's a garter rib border. That's at the bottom and the top. And yeah, I picked black. And if you guys remember episodes ago, I had cranked a gold colored tube on my Addi Express machine, and it was supposed to be a gift for someone. It wasn't quite long enough. It didn't wrap around twice as a cowl, like the long cowls. It was really tight against the neck to wrap it twice. So I am ripping straight from that, which I don't remember what this yarn is, and I know I have the label somewhere. So I'm ripping straight from that, which I think is kind of fun. And I'm dropping yarn everywhere. So yeah, I'm taking the tube and I'm ripping right off of it to knit the cowl. And the other yarn was also yarn I just had in my stash. So it's really a Stash Busters cowl. This is a Lion Brand Superwash Merino Cashmere. And it is a weight of 4. So, you know, I'm assuming that's close to it's a little thinner than the gold yarn actually. So I'm holding the black dominant in this pattern. And this is 87 yards a ball. I only need 2 balls and it'll work. I got this on clearance. It was $8.29 and I got it for $2, but I probably got it for even less than that because I probably used coupons. So, let me show you the cowl. I'm not very far. I'm only like 6 rows into the chart, and I have it on a 16-inch needle. I really should have it on like a 20-some. So I might use my interchangeable set and put it onto a larger needle because it's really, really, really bunched up. The chart only repeats 3 times, so that's kind of nice. So it's a bigger chart. Yeah, so I am not far at all. But I wanted to show you because I am very excited about this, and I love doing color work. But I did decide to hold my black yarn dominant only because it's a little bit thinner. You probably can't tell that it's thinner. But I think because the background is the gold, the black is the detail needs to be held dominant. So I believe in color dominance when it comes to knitting because I've shown in the past on a project I did with a sock that was color work that I held one color dominant on one sock and the other color dominant on the other, and you can really tell the difference in the picture. Those are the cat lady socks. It's on my Instagram, so you can find it there, or on my Ravelry project pages if you are on Ravelry. Yeah, so that's it. Hazel is at a sleepover. John has been binge watching Schitt's Creek, and I'm getting ready to go paint the room that was our living room. And if you watch the stuff video, that's where we had a lot of the stuff. So that is all off the walls. I've patched all the little hole marks from all the nails where everything was hanging, and I'm going to run the carpet cleaner today and hopefully get started on painting. So I've already sanded down where I've put all the little putty, and yeah, so I'm gonna be changing out of these clothes because I don't want to get them messed up, and I'm gonna start doing that. I'll show you guys maybe before and after pictures. I'll go take a picture and I'll put it in here of what it looks like right now. The only thing we didn't move out of there, we still have the recliner, which is gonna have to go somewhere. It might just stay. That's gonna be our bedroom, and this room is gonna end up being Hazel's room, and our rooms are in the basement. I know that sounds crazy, but when I bought this house, I was with someone, but I bought the house for myself. We didn't buy it together. It was all me. And I am not currently with that person anymore, and we weren't thinking about having kids. And then when I lived here by myself and I met John, and then Michaela ended up coming and living with us, which was fine. She actually had the whole basement to herself because we were in this room first as our bedroom. And then when we got pregnant with Hazel, we decided Michaela should not be the one responsible in the room next to the baby, just because of the way it was kind of set up. So we moved Hazel's room into Michaela's room. Michaela took this room, and then we moved into the basement with the baby. So when Michaela bought her house during COVID, this room was empty, so it has now become my office / junk room, I guess. I mean, Hazel has a bunch of toys in here. It's just kind of like a dumping ground for stuff at this point, because I have like packing boxes and all kinds of stuff in here. And so now we have to prep that room to be our bedroom. And once that's prepped, we're going to just move the beds up. So our bed and Hazel's bed are both going to be in there. It's a very large room. You'll see the picture. And, I was saying that the only thing we didn't move out of there was the recliner and our records, because the records are heavy and we just don't feel like boxing them up. They're just going to be boxed up when we do the final move. It's just, they're too much. So then once we're in that room, this room will be the next room to be worked on. And I don't know where I'm going to be, my office. Probably in the basement. And that's okay. It's okay. I don't want to work in the basement, though. We'll see how it goes. We might be able to fit this table. It's a pretty big table. But that room is really big. So we might be able to fit this table in our bedroom, and I'll just work in our bedroom. And that's fine, too. Okay, I've been talking a lot. And I need to finish getting this all put together and post it. So, can you hear John laughing in the other room? We're just starting season 4. I've already watched it all. He's never seen it, so season 4. Yeah. All right. So until the next episode, I hope everyone is taking care of themselves, checking in on their loved ones, doing all the things that make them happy. And until then, knit happy, everybody.